My giggle jizz, you know.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest.
Last time on Stumble Quest, Knack ruins a man's life for one day, Brix does another bowl grift, and Libra pops in for a drink.
God, I'm coughing so much. I'm sorry. Oh.
What's going on? You choking?
Yeah. I got something in my throat.
Too much ham.
Fuck off.
Yeah, too much ham.
Fuck off. I did not eat too much ham.
What's the fucking problem?
Got ham lung now.
I didn't eat too much ham. Shut up.
You got ham lung?
No, I don't have ham lung.
I don't! Terminal!
You can make your voice sound that angry when your face is like so happy. Is
Yeah.
so funny. Like,
Shut up! I don't!
this is the energy we're bringing in today, isn't it?
Alexa! It just ignored me. It just straight up fucking ignored me, dude. This robot is...
Because Alexa doesn't listen to no ham lung.
It doesn't even want to say, I'm sorry, I can't find what you're looking for.
I'm sorry.
Fuck this.
I don't listen to people with ham lung.
God! I
It's
don't
a
have...
long image, so you know.
I'm just imagining that meme of Allie whipping their headphones across the room. Because my fucking waveform is just a beat of bricks so far. Like, I'm looking at my waveform and it's so awful. It's so genuinely terrible, and it's demonic, and I feel really bad.
I mean, this is just what it's always been, I think.
I mean, I'm sure Allie is going to chop this up.
If Adam even lets it get that far.
Yeah.
I saw a clip somebody posted on your Twitter from one of your live streams where it's you making crazy sounds and then moving on like nothing happened and you acting surprised that that's a thing you do. And I just watched the clip and I just thought, like, that's the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole
Yeah.
ass podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except it's not just you. It's
all of us.
It's everyone.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why we're meant to be here.
We're all little Peking boys.
We are
Sounds racist.
It does kind of.
Wow.
Because it sounds like Peking duck, which is
Peking
a totally different thing than how we're intending peeking
Peking
as a word.
Peking
We're all
boys.
little peeking boys.
Mm.
Is Stumble Quest racist?
We're all
Please,
little
no.
little
We're not.
candied
Rumor come out.
barbecue. Little candied barbecue boys.
Candied barbecue boys.
They're like Sour Patch Kids.
That's like what when you see the
Yeah,
duck.
the off-brand Sour Patch Kids.
Peking boy.
Little Peking boys.
It tastes like barbecue.
And the little crystals, instead of
hate
them
this
being
so much.
sour, it's like crystalled smoke, you know?
I'm like, I'd try it.
I'd give it a nibble. I don't know if I'd like it, though.
I'd eat one just to see what it was like.
I would imagine eating one of those things would be very close to like eating a mummy, but like with less bandages involved. Like just chewing on a mummy finger, you know?
That is so disgusting. Oh, not Peking boys. I don't want that. Sorry, it's all they had.
Oh man.
Can I get a pack of Sour Patch Kids? All we have is Candy Barbecue Boys. Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, I guess.
What's inside them? What are they? Are they like little fucking
Dust.
jerky bite? Little jerky bite shaped like little...
They're little mummy figures.
Ew. Ew.
My favorite thing about like if we ever had to like rely on the group recording for anything is the amount of shit that just doesn't make it because of the Discord sound gate.
Yeah.
That like it
Yeah.
would just be like a big block of like silence, but you know that there was a scream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd hear the first part of like, nah, and then just silence for a bit, and then, oh!
Yeah, it's big, perfectly cut scream vibes. It's very fun.
Oh, fuck. I need a moment after fucking Peking Boys. Pack a little shitty mummy figure.
A little jerky boys.
Hey, what's up? We're the Jerky Boys.
Jerky boys.
God.
Stop right now. This shit is exactly my kind of humor, and I hate it. You're gonna destroy me right at the start. All my dopamine, it's gone.
I need to go bed now.
We haven't even started recording. This recording's gonna suck now.
Yeah,
I
this
blew my
episode's
funny
already
load too
paused.
early. No.
I blew my funny load. What?
My giggle jizz, you know.
Giggle jizz.
Giggle
No, that's
jizz.
disgusting. Yeah.
My goof juice, you know.
I just want to make it clear that you made that joke, not me.
Yeah, and I know you said goof juice, but only juice came through,
Oh.
Yeah.
which
Goof
is
juice.
also good.
Yeah, goon juice. Was that the one? Was that where we?
No, I said goof juice.
Oh,
Goon juice is just
Goon juice is
awful.
pretty good. I don't know.
sorry about that, you guys.
horrible.
Anyway, cut that out.
Yeah, cut all of that out.
Leave it all in. All of it.
Oh no.
Uncut. And raw.
That's
Yeah, one day people are going to be like, why do these guys have an editor?
We'll put out one raw episode. Yeah.
Ali can just release this footage. Just
at the end of this episode. We have to have like a Marvel like thing where it says in text on the screen. It says the Peking Boys will return.
I'll do that.
no, they can't return.
Why?
I don't know.
Because we ate them.
Because we ate them.
We
Yeah.
ate them. They were surprisingly delicious.
Peking Boys.
I've made a note of it.
No.
You made a note
Or-
of Peking Boys?
Or we could just like leave an ominous message and like in one of the fucking general channels, and then everyone's just like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" And like a year and a half later, they're like,
Yeah.
Just completely no context post in there, Peking Boys,
Peking
and that's
Peking
it.
Boys." Yeah. Or just Peking Boys will return, and they're just like, "What the fuck?
It's like, what do you mean return? When did they get here?
When did they leave?
Who are
What?"
they? Who are the Peking Boys?
Are we under attack? Oh my god.
All right, are we actually gonna play D&D, or are we just gonna fucking go goof nuts all day?
We're the Goof Nut Brothers.
Yeah.
We are absolutely the Goof Nut Brothers.
Yeah, the barbecue Goof Nut Brothers.
Barbecue.
What would
Hickory
those
smoked
be?
Goof Nut Brothers. Laughing too much makes me cough.
Now you got ham lung.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Kellan has now infected me with ham lung.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I didn't
it's
have
really
ham lung to begin
contagious.
with.
Well, if you didn't have ham lung, then
Why do I have ham lung? Answer the question.
Probably from
Because if you
snorting all
don't
that
have
ham.
it, then somebody else does.
I haven't had ham in weeks. There's no way I have ham.
Same.
Just because I'm eating ham doesn't mean I got ham lung.
Big fucking brick of ham.
I am eating a big brick of ham right now, like an apple.
It looks like when you go to the States and they're like, this is Canadian bacon, but they just slice ham real thick and put it on like a like pan to fry it for a
It's
second.
just the end piece. It's just the end slice of my ham.
Oh, yeah. And
That's all.
ham slice is good slice. It's good slice.
Drives me insane, the Canadian bacon thing, because I've had people from the States be like, oh, this Canadian bacon, do you really call this bacon there? It's like, no, I don't know
we
where
don't.
the fuck this came from.
Yeah, you guys just
Who eats
decided
this?
that it's ham. It's
How
not
do
ham.
That's the UK. The UK calls ham bacon.
Yeah.
It's not here. I don't know where they got the confusion.
Oh, Canadian bacon. Yeah, okay. Sure. It's... Anyway.
We could probably play D&D if we wanted to.
Yeah, okay. Let me do a brief recap.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Okay, so Will had scoured the guild library for leads, using copied notes from Withersby's office as reference. After a thorough search, 2 things were found. 1, a book on the Arcane Crusades, an old Zeph campaign that had many mage explorers traveling the known world in search of magic artifacts and new spellcrafting techniques. Also, as a side note, this event would lead directly to the founding of Kagarovia as a nation. The second being a note from a book cataloging various magical artifacts. In said book, there's an illustration of an oversized ceremonial staff kept in Ireland's House of Lords, the head of which bears a striking resemblance to the core of the amplifier shield you guys recovered in Mondin. Meanwhile, Knack had sought out answers regarding the Life God token, also picked up back in Mondin, was directed to Dylan, Eric's brother and fellow quote-unquote modern druid. He explained to Knack that in order to use the token, one must be in the middle of a forest, as far from civilization as one can get, and be alone. A ritual is to be performed, though beyond presumably meditating, details were lacking. And then Knack turned him into a fucking monkey.
Right.
Oh, yeah! Oh, Knack,
Right.
you
I forgot
skip.
about that.
You
Following...
lovable skip. Permanently.
Yep.
I might add, I believe.
I think
No,
we decided that it was going to be
decided not
temporary.
to.
I think we decided it was going to be temporary
Yeah.
because we were all like very surprised at the idea of it being permanent.
Ah, Knack, you card. Ugh.
Art and Brix made their way back from the Undercity, briefly encountered said monkey, but had no knowledge of what the fuck happened, so there was just a monkey. And then the gang met up at the Frosted Glass Inn, and Brix created a passable, albeit temporary, replica of Greg's bowl, handing it over to him for a reward of 5 gold. And lastly, as you guys were sitting down, ready to wind down at the end of the day, Libra had just appeared and wandered over to the group, had a really awkward exchange with Will,
Nah, it was fun.
and that's where we left off.
Whew.
So we're currently sitting down, comfortable, in a little booth in the Frosted Glass at the end of the day. The sun is disappearing beyond the edges of the canyon.
Are we all together?
If I remember correctly, Brix has left because she wanted to get out of there before the bowl just evaporated. So
All
she's
right.
gone to her weird little cat room under the stairs.
Yes, so Brix has wiggled away, taken refuge in the funny little cat room, which smells like another cat, and there's white fur everywhere.
She's got to put her stink all over it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think Oswalt was here either.
Wasn't he?
Can't remember.
Oh, that's right. So Oswalt had been working with Scaff to figure out some design ideas for a new coat.
Right.
After that, Oswalt had actually been up in his room and was starting to work on it, or at least get things like figured out and laid out with the materials he bought over at Finkelstein's Trinkets and Things.
Right.
Finkel's Trinkles.
Have I come down yet? I feel like I have.
If you have, I don't know if it was ever stated, so you can...
Well, let's say he's down.
Okay.
Okay.
He's with the group.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes. Everybody also got a free drink.
Ooh.
Because Greg was so happy to have his bowl returned to him.
Right.
Yeah.
When it disappears, what? He's gonna make us throw it up?
Probably.
Yeah.
Art took his strongest whiskey. I remember that in response to the fact that he had his bowl back and was giving everyone a free drink. Yeah, now we vibe. Art will wave Libra to come sit with us and say, like, I mean, I don't know if here or now is the place to discuss it, but I feel like we should all catch up on our missions. I think they might be overlapping a little bit.
Yeah, and I actually have some news that is probably pertinent to you guys. So...
Right. News that we can talk about in a tavern, or news that we shouldn't talk about in a tavern?
Well, some probably doesn't matter. Some we could probably, be elsewhere.
Yeah. I think Art will kind of look around and know that also that bowl is definitely going to disappear at some point in the next hour. And say, we could probably check into a room, bring some drinks up there, order some food.
Cool.
If that works for everyone.
Yeah.
Sure.
Our shit's definitely behind closed doors kind of conversations.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's take our ill-gotten gains and mosey on upstairs to the free room, right? It's free
Yes.
rooms here. Amazing. Good.
Correct.
A+. Love it.
Incredible work.
Incredible work.
How do we feel about getting a rack of ribs? Anybody want a rack of ribs? Want to split one?
I can't stop thinking about ribs.
So fucking specific.
Somebody share these ribs with me.
It's so specific. Art just shakes his head. He's a vegetarian. He's not going to have a rack of ribs.
I don't.
You
Come
can
on,
have vegetarian
just this one
ribs.
time.
It's celery with barbecue sauce on it.
You're not gonna leave me hanging on these ribs, are you?
Oh no!
I hear the ribs are good.
Look, I'm gonna be getting a rack of ribs anyway, so like,
I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm
if
sure
anybody
someone.
wants some,
I'm sure someone will join you on that.
Cool.
I'm sure. Yeah.
it's like the size of his upper body.
Yeah, it's
he's
like
like, what am I supposed to
Flintstones
do
when
with
he's
this?
got the big like
Yeah,
car
yeah.
size
Freaking out.
rack of ribs.
Yeah.
I
Starts
could go
getting
for a
really
rack of
upset.
ribs.
How am I supposed to finish this by myself now?
Well,
I didn't
what
know
the
it was
fuck,
going to
you
be
guys?
so
You left me
big.
hanging.
What the fuck, you guys? Like, I didn't know it was going to be this big.
No one's
a
left
rack
you
of
hanging.
ribs.
We haven't even said that.
Nobody said shit about ribs, dude. Like, chill.
Fine, whatever.
No,
Oh,
imagine
ham
us all-
lung. I've got the ham
I like
lung.
I like to imagine us all doing this bit at the fucking table in front of him, just shitting on him for talking about ribs.
Oh,
What the
So I'm
problem? You
hungry.
guys don't
I'm
like
just
fucking ribs?
hungry.
I don't eat meat.
Chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll just get some roasted celery.
Just get half a rack of ribs.
Roasted celery.
Why do people
What?
keep offering me roasted celery? Celery's not nice if you roast it.
It's really not.
What the
It just
fuck?
gets kind of mushy. It's okay in a soup. Like, I wouldn't want that texture just on its own. That's...
Chewy water.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll sit up in the room. Lever can
Yes.
have his rack of ribs.
Fuck.
We're gonna be like discussing. He's gonna have 2 ribs in his hands, dripping barbecue sauce.
Double fisting.
Yeah, double fisting ribs while he eats.
And complaining about it.
Mouth full of barbecue sauce.
Guys, how am I
Yeah.
going to
This
eat
is
all of these
way
ribs
too
by myself?
drippy!
He's got a
Somebody
little
have
bib on that
some.
says like sauce baby on it or something.
Sauce
Help
box.
me finish
Sauce
these
box.
Sauce, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's more good merch that we'll never make.
Yeah.
Sauce boss.
Somebody help me finish these fucking ribs.
And then he's doing the thing where like he's getting like a little too intimate with the rib bone, or he's all like, like all up
People
on
are
it.
trying to talk.
Yeah.
And whenever there's like a lull in the conversation, you can just hear him licking barbecue sauce off his fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
Someone gonna slap that rib right out of your mouth, boy.
We didn't even manage to make it up into a room. We got caught up in the fucking barbecue shit.
We got
Barbecue
close.
boys are back.
Yeah.
We got close to barbecue boys' fuck.
That's why it was in your mind.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yep.
It all comes back around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You order whatever you want.
Specifically the stuff that we had overlapping with this man as he licks barbecue sauce off of all of his little fingies. Because we were all looking for, like, Church of the One God kind of stuff, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where art will start. We had some encounters with the Church of the One God since we saw you last. I guess just wanted to compare notes.
Oh, yeah. I had a run-in with them here in the city, actually.
Here in the city?
Yeah, very briefly. You know,
whereabouts?
Well, difficult to say because I ran into them. Okay, so you know how there's the Undercity, right? Okay,
I'm briefly aware, yes.
Okay, so turns out from the Undercity, you can actually get access to these weird tunnels that like hardly anybody knows about. And they're not supposed to be traversed, so they're all weird and awkward, and there's like no light anywhere. So yeah, I encountered them in there. The story behind the tunnels is I got back to town. I was investigating a whole different thing. In my investigation, I end up coming across mention of these tunnels. And it turns out the cultists were using these tunnels to like smuggle things in or out of the city. And they had employed this like bandit gang in order to get access to these tunnels because, like I said, very few people even know these exist, much less where to find them. And anyway, in the course of that, get wrapped up in a serial killer investigation. Turns out the cult was also employing this serial killer in order to hunt down things and people of interest to them, I guess.
You can hire serial killers?
I mean...
What you mean then is
that's an assassin.
Well, no. See, he does his own thing, or did, and just also was working with them because they could provide him information.
Mm-hmm.
So his side hustle became a paid gig.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much.
He was really just, it was a passion project until the investors were brought on board.
Yeah.
Brix kicks in the door. You guys eating ribs in here? Ah, shit, yeah. And she just like...
You want some ribs?
She just takes one out of Libra's hand.
Well, I mean, I was eating more.
Brix is gonna have barbecue sauce all over her little paws for like the whole night.
Yeah, she's gonna be grooming that for hours.
Yep.
And that actually, the whole thing with the murderer is the part that pertains to you guys. As it turns out, one of his most recent victims was a dude that employed you guys a while back.
What?
Guy named Barry Umbridge. He, I believe, employed you to identify something.
Is that the puzzle box guy?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. It's been 84 years. More accurately, it's been 5 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn, how's that guy doing?
He's fucking dead. He fucking died?
Oh, shit.
Died.
Sorry.
Shit.
My bad. Oh.
Shit, dude. Okay. Art looks shocked, but nods, because we know that makes sense, because it had one of the things in it that the guy's like.
Killing everybody?
All right.
That you guys have come in contact with relating these things? That's probably bad.
Well, seems like he was specifically targeted because of whatever it was that he wanted you guys to identify. And I guess he didn't have it at the end of the day, so...
We have it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, you've already almost been assassinated, so is that really so weird?
I mean, no. Libra just like, okay.
Well then.
But I mean, it's unclear who that assassin was working for.
Mm-hmm.
A lot's happened.
It's okay, I guess we'll just get 2 assassins.
We ran into them out in Mountain, and I'm not sure how much we disrupted their plans at all, aside from stealing some of their artifacts and potentially locating one of the things they were looking for, which was more of a place than a thing, I guess.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we were transported somewhere with some being with one of the ancient devices. We almost died, probably, but we got the thing and
Oh, big same.
left as quickly as we could.
That's not fun.
No. Have you come into contact with any of the devices, or just the stories of them?
Not any devices, but one of the cultists that I did run into, which, by the way, if you guys had it this whole time, kind of makes sense that they were sticking around after the whole murdering of Barry thing. If they didn't end up getting what they were looking for, then yeah. Okay. Never found anything that I would call a device, but they did mention building. They were trying to build something to what? It was some insane cultisty thing, like bringing all unto the light of the one true God or something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that sounds right.
Didn't sound good.
No. And it does sound out of character, something like they might need a magic amplifier for. Just saying. Like
They
that
already
thing
told us that
we
once.
have.
I've heard that before.
Stinky.
Or was it?
Wait,
Exactly that. Somebody said exactly that to us.
I believe Bellinor had made an allusion to that, talking about how
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
they were going to essentially unify everybody
See?
under
Yeah.
the light of God.
Yeah, and we killed that guy, right?
Yeah, you did.
Did you kill him? Oh no, then it wasn't Bellinor. If it was the dude that Oswalt melted his face.
Yeah.
No, there was a dude with the face melting, and then there was the guy with the blindfold and the like crazy sparkly blood
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
leader.
battle.
Boss.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, but I'm unclear currently whether that was Bellinor or whether that was like the guy we found who was in charge that day.
Bellinor was the guy that was in charge.
Yeah, he was plotting
And-
everything. I remember that.
Yeah, he was the leader of that like little troop of
Okay.
fucking jerkweeds.
I mean, I think we maybe murdered all those jerkweeds, so...
I believe Bellinor was in jail. You guys
Okay.
questioned him in jail.
Oh, yeah. He is a jerk.
yeah.
In
That's
shitty
right, we
baby
did-
jail.
Yeah, he's in shitty baby jail, which probably isn't like a great place for him. But, you know, that's Munden's problem.
Oh, good.
It's not our problem yet.
Whatever, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys, dude. Like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So they're still here in the Undercity, where I saw different hooded figures,
That is the Undercity.
but hooded figures nonetheless. Cool. Where I'm
Well-
going back to in a few days. Cool.
Yeah. And
Don't worry about it.
considering
We're not
they know
worrying
of
about
these secret tunnels, they could show up anywhere.
it. Yeah.
Huzzah.
So maybe
Okay.
you're not going in there on your own anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't go there on my own in the first place.
Nah, he's got me.
I've got Brix.
So that's roughly the reason that I'm still kicking around here to,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just that good.
keep a lookout for that and try and weed the problem out. I also feel partly responsible for the lack of guards around. Because there was a whole thing with the corrupt guard captain and whatever.
Oh.
He was arrested and a bunch of his subordinates were yeah. It's a big thing.
I'm sure the war up north isn't helping either. Or tensions up north, I should say.
Yeah,
Right.
but probably war.
yes.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. We had found some devices and I think stopped a sect of the Church of the One God in Mondon momentarily, at least.
That's good.
Yeah. Do you, other than, bringing light to... And Art kind of like waves his hands like all the people, whatever. Do they seem to have any goals to you? I guess just finding these things that apparently we have.
Well, aside from that, it sounds like what they want to do is make true contact with their god. So,
maybe their god just isn't into them that same way,
I mean, maybe. I don't know too much about gods.
I don't know. It just sounds like they're trying too hard, like coming on a little strong. If I was in that situation, I'd just be like, hey, we just agreed to meet up and play checkers every Friday in the park. And you're like talking about like buying a house. And that's weird.
I mean, Brix, I can't really tell if you're joking or not. This feels kind of like a joke. But
that's the way I likes it.
I can't say I disagree, though.
In my experience, that is kind of what communicating with a god is like. You can't forge a path that isn't there. You can try.
Well, it sounds like they are trying to forge a path that isn't there. Like literally trying to cut it into reality. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. As opposed to just hearing from them now and again, it sounds like they want to, reach them.
Well, that is bullshit. All gods are not megalomaniacs. They would love that. There is no way they would mind that.
I do have a fear.
One? Just the one?
One fear.
One fear.
That what we're dealing with isn't actually a god. In my conversations with Freylor, it's not something that they've been aware of, which is strange for a being of omnipotence.
Yeah, true.
So there is some potential that we could be dealing with some sort of aberration or interplanar being who may actually have more power to affect the material plane than a god. Gods usually are fans of sitting off to the side, not meddling, as it were.
Uh-oh.
Just a thought. just throwing it out there.
It's not a very fun thought.
It isn't, but
well, if it's
definitely
all the same powers of a god, isn't that just a god anyway?
For all intents and purposes.
What does define a god? If not having godlike powers.
Yes, we are definitely dealing with something with godlike powers, with the ability to affect multiple planes.
So he's an air traffic controller.
I don't know what that means.
It is always really fascinating to hear all of your input.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They come out of your mouth sometimes. Or very strange.
Yeah, I would never.
It not being a god makes sense, though. They are notoriously nut jobs. That's the one thing that everyone seems to agree on, is that these guys don't seem to know what the fuck they're talking about.
Plenty of people who do worship gods are nut jobs.
That's true.
Isn't that the concern, is that they know exactly what the fuck they're talking about? We don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That could be a concern.
I would say that is my primary concern, yes. Just because what they're saying doesn't make sense to us doesn't mean it's not making a whole lot of sense to them.
Yeah. And speaking about gods and contacting them, has your god been chatty lately, Art?
We've had contact. He will not use the word spoken, because I don't think
No.
I've spoken with Freylor since.
You have felt Freylor's presence.
Yes.
You are sure that they're still around? Not that I would not be the first one elated to hear that one of them croaked, but...
Hold on. Wait a second. What?
Freylor's
killed a god?
present. And no god
I'm
has
hoping
been
but I don't
killed.
think so. I think
Freylor is present, simply less present than they have been.
Oh, so you gave him brain damage.
What did you do?
This is neither here nor there.
I think it's here and there.
I actually don't know if we've done this in character, but I don't care. It's happened in character now. I offered some blood of the worshippers of the Church of the One God to see if we could identify the source. And the answer was, we have not yet been able to identify the source. It interrupted my connection briefly.
Briefly? Guy hasn't said a single word since. I don't think it's your connection that's faulty.
Did you kill your god?
See?
I hope not.
Well, if you can feel them, they're not dead, but...
No.
I am just as worried that, we mess up. I'm just saying, why the hell are we not doing anything about this? You really are going to sit on the fact that your god can't speak anymore? That is not normal.
It's not normal. It didn't really seem like an immediate concern to the group. I don't know what kind of action we can take on this.
Well, probably not immediate, as is the case with every god, but...
Yeah, I mean, isn't there some church or something you can go to?
Altars, mostly. Freylor is not a being of one place. Places of worship are few and far between.
If Freylor can't communicate with you, how are we going to know what to do? We would need to get information somewhere else.
I will continue trying. But I do think we should be trying to get information elsewhere, yes. And I don't think any of the zealots from the Church of the One God are going to be any help with that.
No, I don't reckon. But, have you considered maybe checking out instances of gods going silent before? In a similar way?
No, actually, that is something that we should do, I think.
I'm starting to think I expect you to have your shit together, and now it's sounding like we don't have anything together.
I mean, let's not go that far, but no, I don't actually really know why I'm the sole person here who is expected to have their shit together. That's all I'm saying with that.
I'm a cat.
What's your excuse?
Gestures to the cat in frustration.
As the conversation gets more and more tense and there's less and less volume in the conversation, the sound of Brix and Libra eating ribs is more and more present.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Art will also look at Libra and say, it may be best for all of us to stick together while we're in the city. I mean, you can obviously refuse. It sounds like it may be dangerous to be around us, but it is pertinent to your current mission.
Well, for what it's worth, I almost got blown up when I was by myself, so...
Then why not almost get blown up with teammates?
Sounds good.
That's a spirit.
Yeah.
One last thing, actually. You said that you recovered devices from them or artifacts or something, and you stopped them from doing a thing?
Not sure what thing.
Okay.
They had a plan. Most of them died before the plan was enacted. I would say that would stop them from doing a thing.
And what was the thing that you got? Or things?
Art is not in possession of the mace, because if he was, I would have used it. So someone else has it.
I have it.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, if we want to show... I think Withersby currently has the amplifier, or Will, were you hanging out while he looked at it and then, took it with you?
Will would not relinquish the amplifier.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You let him have a look.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Despite his protests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if we wanna put all our shit on the table for Libra, I feel like...
Well, hold on. Do I still have the mace? I don't see it on my sheet.
Maybe I have the mace.
Did you take it?
Did I take it? I mean, it's not in my list of combat options where I would have put it immediately if it was given to me. One of us has the mace. We can take out the mace.
I have the mace.
Oh no. Okay, I'm now taking the mace. You do not get the mace.
It has barbecue finger bean prints all over it.
Yeah, I think I had it and I just didn't write it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
I think that's correct.
I'll put the mace on the table.
Brix puts barbecue sauce bean prints on it anyways.
Yeah. I mean,
You wipe your paws.
I
on
wouldn't even be that surprised.
Yeah.
Even if Brix never touched it, somehow there's paw prints on it.
There's paw prints and cat hair on it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How
cat
did that
hair,
get
sure.
here?
Yeah.
Ha, that's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Wow, I never thought about it, but like everything you guys own is covered in cat hair.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely is.
Like, if Oswalt doesn't invent a lint roller, like an in-universe lint roller.
I was gonna say, Art gives himself a little like whoosh to get it off in the morning.
We have to go through a whoosh of air every morning. That is
Love of God.
But it still doesn't get all of it.
It doesn't get all of it, but he's like, he's gotten to a point where he can get like most of it off in a relatively short period of time. Relatively low effort.
God damn.
Yes, we will show Libra the mace. I think we will hold back the power amplifier shield thing as one of these things.
Well, Will's not going to be the one to mention it for sure, so
No.
it's up to
Fair
you.
enough. I mean, you guys did mention that you got a thing from there, but you didn't say what it was or anything, so.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, we could show him what was in the initial puzzle box, like the thing that they're after, as well, if we wanted to. And I'm pretty sure Oswalt has that. I feel like Oswalt has all of our cursed items.
That can't be
Yeah.
true.
I don't think that's true either.
I don't think I have any cursed items. I'm already cursed enough. I'm pretty sure is the reason.
I have that cursed sword.
I was literally about to ask, do we still have the sad sword?
You have the little smiley face sword, the emotional damage
Yeah.
sword.
That I'd never let anyone have. That was clearly placed there for a reason, and I just hoarded it and kept it
I
away
think
from
it's just to
everyone.
be funny. Like, a sword that does emotional damage? Absolutely.
I mean, its item description says that the person it was originally made for got killed trying to use it in battle. Oh, God.
You should just, like, stab one of us with it one day to see what it does. When you're angry at us, just like, "Ah!" with the smiley face sword.
When the mutiny finally happens.
Yeah, when the mutiny hits. Yeah, so we'll produce a couple items to show Libra.
You're showing him the orb, yeah?
I think so, unless anyone has any objections.
No.
Okay. So he leans forward to get a better look at the orb, turning around and to get a better look at it, and decidedly not grabbing it to avoid getting barbecue sauce on it.
Here, I Will pulls a neatly folded handkerchief from his breast pocket and just hands it over.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Okay, with now clean
You can
hands.
keep it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Another one.
With now clean hands, he takes the orb and turns it over. After giving it a good, thorough investigation, he says, "Okay, you remember, like, way back when we first met on the train, and that thing that I was supposed to be recovering that was stolen from the museum?
Yes.
It kinda resembles this thing a little bit.
What was different?
Well, for one thing, it was like a cylinder.
Okay.
So instead of a mace, it was a big rolling pin?
No. Instead of the orb.
No, instead of an orb, it was a cylinder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't we have a couple of cylinders? Knack broke
Art
one.
produces a cylinder.
Yes.
I feel like we all have one.
I
Mine
didn't
is
have
busted,
one.
I believe.
Not everyone
I
has
was-
one. One of them
Oh,
broke.
I was busy pressing buttons.
I do have weird battery in my inventory, so I will pull that out.
Weird battery.
I squeezed mine until it broke.
Because that is absolutely what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
you have the one that
of the
broke.
weird batteries was given to Scaff to use
Yes.
on the
Right,
thing.
that's
He's on the
right,
show.
yeah.
Yeah. So you show him one of the weird batteries, as you call them. He's like, "Yeah, I mean, well, kinda. It was like that. It looked more like the orb, like in
Okay.
the design, but it was kind of like that."
Okay, because the batteries are, like, big, right?
Yeah.
But we've encountered, like, an orb with, like, 2 little, like, things on the end, too, right? Haven't we? With the little caps?
Yeah, with the caps. Yeah. That is the orb that came out of the puzzle blocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's saying that it resembles the little orb with the caps more than the battery-looking things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Art will keep that in mind. The orb does seem to be some kind of ancient technology. We're having a bit of trouble placing the battery in a timeline, for sure.
Gotcha. I see.
It was from that place where we're not quite sure where it was.
It's not very helpful.
It's extremely unhelpful. We did teleport there from Munden, but it was teleportation in and teleportation out in a closed series of rooms. So we really have no idea where we were.
We killed a mummy in there.
We did kill a mummy in there.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. That was another time we almost died.
Did the mummy? Sorry, does the mummy have like the bandages and everything, or like a classic like?
A couple bandages. More on the looked like it was made of beef jerky side.
Gross.
Yes, it was. It was very gross.
Definitely the highlight of this conversation that like we should really mention how gross the man is, or whether he looked like jerky or toilet paper.
I was just curious.
That was a historical
relevant
figure
conversation.
What?
You want to know if it was made of jerky?
I wonder what he tasted like.
I'm glad I don't know you.
Well, I'm glad I don't know you either. Fine.
I think you two should maybe work on getting along a bit better.
Why? He doesn't know me.
Yeah, and he's going to hang out with us while we're here. Have you not been following the conversation?
Oh, God, how can I follow how many people you keep adopting into this group? Every other day I look and there's another jerk-off here.
Will just doesn't like change, doesn't like new people.
I've lived through hundreds of years of change. I'm fed up with this.
Done with it.
We can't just kick him out. He's my rib buddy.
Oh.
Can we have Libra and Brix cheers with ribs? Just like,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's very squishy.
Buddy.
Sauce gets out of there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should probably also mention that like this entire time Brix is gesturing with the rib and like pointing at things with rib. There's just like dollops of sauce and
something like when you brush ink onto an illustration, just like
yep.
Oh God.
It's just getting everywhere.
Whose room is this?
Just one of our rooms.
Yeah.
So I think somebody has yet to claim it.
It's a new room, so it won't be.
Someone is gonna have like a hot meat room after this.
Let's be real. It's probably gonna be Art's room because no one else is gonna want to stay there, and he's not gonna like. He'll be like, yeah, okay.
He's gonna be trying to meditate, and he's like, it just smells like a sandwich in here.
Yeah. It's okay. He'll give the room a little vacuum.
Yeah. A little Febreze.
A little Febreze.
Yeah.
So you show him the mace as well, yes?
Yes.
So aside from being like a club, what does it do? Because it does something. I can feel it.
Inside the top here, it has another thing that's again like the orb, but not the orb. It hurts to get hit by more than it should. I think it may have some kind of explosive properties, but that just may be if it's mishandled.
He's gonna gently place it.
Put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us have gotten like weird or anything holding the mace. It's not like that cursed.
I've never held it.
Yeah, we got weird on our own though. That's just us, baby.
True.
Yeah, we get weird on our own. But yeah, it's not like I'm gonna use this forever. It's my perfect thing. You know, it's like it's not talking to us. It's not like cursed traditionally.
You could try holding it if you want.
Oh, I'm fine with one curse. I don't gotta.
Okay.
everybody! Thanks so much for hanging out with us on this fresh episode of StumbleQuest. Our theme is Struttin by Louie Zong, with other music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. And you know it, you love it. This is a bi-weekly podcast, twice a month. So we'll see you again in 2 weeks on November 6th. Until then, you can stop by StumbleQuest.com for more information about the show, cast, and characters. We are at StumbleQuest on Twitter, and if you want to feel a little sociable, want to have some chit-chat, you can join our show's Discord, and the link is in the episode description. 5-star ratings and reviews also mean so much to us. They help us a ton, but if you've already been so kind as to give us one, maybe tell a friend about us. In Patreon news, besides still being found at patreon.com/StumbleQuest, in the past month, Apple and Patreon have made an announcement. The announcement pretty much sums up to, if you have an Apple device and are subscribing to Patreon creators through your Apple device, Apple is imposing a 30% fee for subscriptions through Patreon, which Patreon has decided to pass on to the creators rather than absorbing themselves. So, if you are subscribing on an Apple device, it would mean so much to us if you consider resubscribing through your computer's web browser instead. And of course, our Patreon subscribers can get entry into those play-by-post games run by Rosemary, with familiar places, faces, and yeah, it is still storytelling and character focused. Some patrons in those games, I'm gonna say thank you to them right now. Thank you so much to Andy Animates, Crispy, Eldritch Pixel, Elfheim, Fire Seal, John Bridaham, Kalin, Lemon Wiki, Mad Hatter Plush Artist, Mr. Peacher, Mike Provenzano, Shaz Hands, Silver, Striker, The Tommynator, Wiles Paleo, Will the Smoshy, and Zolt. Thank y'all so much from the bottom of our hearts. This episode was edited by myself, Allie, and you can find me at UCTheHat on most socials. And tune in next time, folks. Libra is claimed by Hamlung despite having a giant rack of beef ribs. It's evolving.